Yeah, baby, what's going on? It is Monday night, 8 o'clock p.m. You know what that means. It's time for 3 Drink Minimum. I don't like my voice. What's up with that? Does something sound wrong with my voice? I don't sound good.
That sounds a little dull.
It sounds a little nozzly or something. I don't like that.
You gotta spit, man. You gotta spit.
Yeah. Speaking of spit, Chris Vaccarelli is here. Shit, I'm sorry. It is Monday night, June 13th. Chris, how you doing, bud?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
What's going on? How was your weekend?
Yeah, it was great.
What'd you do?
Hung out in the city.
It doesn't sound great.
Oh, it was. I haven't been home yet.
Okay, what'd you do?
I was hanging out with my girl.
Oh, okay, the Dominican mommy
Mamacita.
Okay, that's what's up. Did you babysitting children or what?
I saw my kids Saturday.
You saw your kids Saturday? Oh, her kids? Her new kids?
No. Well, yeah. No, not with her. No, separate. Yeah. They didn't meet her yet.
Oh, okay. All right. And to his right is Tommy Grassi. What's going on, Tommy?
How we doing?
Doing good, man. How you been?
I've been right. It's been a weekend. You've been busy.
I've been extremely busy.
You've been busy. Look at you, getting it.
Well, yeah, we're gonna talk about me in a second. But what did you do this weekend?
I don't even remember. That's terrible. I really don't even remember.
What is up with you guys at all?
I'm sorry. I had shows. I did.
Okay, hey. Jesus Christ, we're comics,
dude,
kind of.
It was a blurry weekend. Friday I did Memphis Maze.
Nice. How was Memphis Maze?
Nico White killed it. Oh, he fucking killed it.
Nico is a monster.
Oh,
Did he headline?
Yeah. I had him close it out. And Charles McBee, who I had never met before, he did real well too. I was a big fan after his set, so that was really cool.
Nico's a young, up-and-coming comedian. We say up-and-coming. He's been doing it for 8 years now.
Fucking 23 years old, too.
He's 23. He's been doing it since...
Monster.
We say 4. I guess I heard 14, but I think 15. Listen, I don't give a fuck when you start. You've been doing comedy for 8 years. That's the standard to me. If you can be that good at 8 years... then that's what it is, and he is great. He is a piece of shit for being very shady in terms of coming on this show. But that is neither here nor there. That is a personal gripe that I have with him. So Memphis Maze.
So that was Friday, and then Saturday I did a private show. I was booked to produce a private birthday party, which I found was a Puerto Rican party. With over 40 and I did comedy in a backyard, and it was probably the most fun I've had doing comedy in years. Well, it was so much freaking fun.
Listen, you're going to have fun with hanging out with Puerto Ricans because they are the scum of the earth. And, I'm not surprised that you had a good time.
That was great. I love it.
Okay, that's awesome. So private parties, Chris is babysitting Dominican children. And, yeah, I have been very fucking busy myself. I was past at Dangerfields over the weekend. So
there you go.
They're going to be using me as a host on their house lineups now, which is fantastic.
That's beautiful.
I also did Wendy Williams earlier.
You did her street talk?
Does she have a dick?
I did the street talk, and...
Notice you didn't answer the other thing, though.
Yeah. Listen, Wendy talks a lot of shit, man. Isn't that what she's known for? She's known for talking shit, gossiping, all that bullshit. And yet the producers had a couple issues with some of my material, which I just think is it's unbelievable.
Did you do your trans material?
They said one of the questions was...
That might be it.
Who do you want to date? Who do you want to have a summer fling with?
Jesus. You said Caitlyn.
I said Caitlyn Jenner.
Of course you did.
I said I wanted to switch it up, and with Caitlyn, there's always options. And they, listen, the cameramen were loving it, but the producer was like, they don't know if they can use that.
Or anything.
They said, who do you want to go on tour with? I said Jay-Z, because he's been cheating on Beyonce since 2004, and this bitch is still writing songs about it. And they're still together. Gypsy, where the hoes at? They don't know if they can use that one. I said... they
didn't know if they could use that one?
They don't know if they can use that one.
I'm utterly shocked.
And I said, what's the other one? Was who would you want to have a party, celebrity slumber party with? I said Bill Cosby. Hey, who else gets it popping better than Bill Cosby? Pill popping. That is, and they might use that one. So
JC's on the cutting room floor.
So are you gonna use that? Are you gonna use that as a credit now?
That's a really good question.
You're gonna use it every time?
I think if it gets aired, then absolutely. But if it doesn't get aired, I mean, do we agree that that is a bullshit credit? Or?
I
was on Nickelodeon when I was like 8 years old. I don't use that as a credit.
I didn't even do it. I was scheduled to do it, but I didn't even do it.
See, somebody like you, Chris, I would like to see on Wendy Williams, because Wendy Williams, they always have, like, I don't want to say hacky because some of these guys are my friends, but corny. Have you seen the Street Talk segment?
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's just corny. Yeah. Switch it up. Put a real nigga on the show to say something funny. You know, give us a chance, Wendy. But yeah, that I don't know. Would I use it as a credit? Probably not. Probably not. I don't think so.
Last night I was watching. What is that? Comedy Knockouts? What is that?
Comedy Knockout.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a show, Comedy Knockouts.
Okay.
Solid.
Ball of information you are.
Well,
who does the show?
Yeah, True TV.
Yeah, it's on True TV.
True TV. Okay.
And Yamanika was on it.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd
I was
she
bugged
do?
out because I was in bed with my girl, and and the TV was on.
Well, speaking of,
here it is. You can put that up if you want, Gypsy. Yeah, this is Damian Lemon here. With who is this? Kurt Metzger, Leonard Oots.
Donnelly was on it.
Oh, look at that.
Speaking of previous guests on 3 Drink Minimum, Scoop won his episode of First Impressions last week.
Let's talk about it, man. We fucking talking, we're just going to talk a lot of shit this episode. We don't have too much planned. Jason Scoop, who has been on the show, very funny. Impressionist, Tommy, would you call him?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Congrats to him. What did he win exactly?
$10,000.
$10,000
for one.
Not bad.
On Dana Carvey's First Impressions.
And which I think is not a shrill, but like a pool, if you will, for SNL. That show.
I wouldn't be surprised, considering all the people that it's associated with Dana Carvey, and I wouldn't be. But that's the thing. USA is also owned by NBC, so I really wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Scoop is on SNL in the next year or two.
Well, I mean, if his past doesn't come up and get
Hilarious.
him, because she posted something the night of, like while he was doing his party and stuff like that. Like she posted the picture of her again with the black eye, saying that kid can pack a punch.
Nice.
Yep.
Gypsy, I think there's a thing in the Dropbox.
Yep.
Of Scoop.
This is the thing.
Did you know he was a twin? Scoop.
No, he's not a twin.
Yeah.
Who's he? Well, who's he?
He's got the picture.
Who's the twin of? Freaks and Geeks.
That's fantastic.
That's funny. That's the dude from Freaks and Geeks. What's that actor's name?
I forget, man.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Scoop is very talented. I'm a fan of Scoop. You said fuck Scoop.
Yeah, I don't know.
Listen, I am not a fan of, what I'm not a fan of is comedians dating comedians. I'm gonna keep on fucking saying it. So now you have Alex Engelberg, who again is funny, but she's a scorned lover. There is nothing like a scorned woman, and she's posting pictures of him punching her, and really but
that's the thing, though. Okay, so
oh my God.
Do you think that's going to be something that's going to?
I think that when you have the heat that Scoop has some serious heat behind him right now, guys.
Because she posted the picture and said, hey, if anyone needs a break watching SVU marathons, my ex Jason Scoop is on this episode of First Impressions on USA. That kid can land a punch. And then she had like 131 people liking it. It got shared 6 times and got 54 comments on it. McCartan Ackerman said, finally got around to watching First Impressions. Scoop has walked my dog more often than he's made me laugh.
Oh my God.
I mean, but here's the thing, though. Like, so considering like everything that's going on in the news with like domestic violence, and now it's being taken like super seriously.
Why is that?
What do you mean? Like, look at like the NFL. Like, you hit your significant other, now you're like suspended for a year, like no questions asked.
Oh, really?
So like, yeah, so like it's become more and more of an issue, and rightfully so. So, but do you think that something like this could inhibit some career?
I mean, anything
momentum?
can inhibit anything, but he's got some real heat behind him, and I think when you've got that much momentum, I don't know. I question it. Is she going to be able to get the attention of? She's obviously trying to fuck him. Like, come on. Why would you? I'm saying not fuck him as in fuck him sexually. I'm saying fuck his career up. Why would you post that shit the same night that this guy's got one of his greatest opportunities yet in his career? Unless you're trying to like.
But would you do that?
Would I do what? Would I be a scorned woman?
So if you were in the position where let's play devil's advocate, right? So your significant other punches you in the face, as she said, right? Because I think that was what the story was. Would you do the same shit?
I've had significant others give me STDs. That's worse than fucking punch. You know? I mean,
look, she could be doing it for two reasons. One, he really did it. Or two, she just wants to fucking bury him.
Go to the cops. What the fuck? Guys, if you are in a domestic violence situation, and I know I'm going to sound up harsh because I got bass in my voice, go to the police. Facebook posts ain't going to cut it.
Fuck the police, man.
Facebook posts ain't going to cut it, bro. Like,
they ain't going to arrest some white dude for fucking beating up his girlfriend. Come on.
Scoop is barely white, you know? He's beige at best. You know, you got to go to the cops, man. I don't know, dude. I mean, God, would you? No, I think it's all a part of the game. You know, you don't like to be involved in situations like that. Don't date fucked up people. I am against comics dating other comics. That's my opinion. That is my opinion.
It's two fucked up people.
Yeah. Tommy, there's 1,000 news stories.
Yeah, there's
here.
Considering, we were going to kind of chat, I figured I'd take two news stories, but like make it an open conversation.
Let's do it.
So over the weekend, because this was over the weekend, we had that YouTube star, Christina Grimmie, getting shot and killed.
Yeah,
22-year-old
so sad,
girl.
man.
Dude, it's fucked up. So she was signing autographs for fans, like literally right outside her concert. Guy comes up, shoots her a bunch of times, shoots her in the head. Brother stops him. He kills himself.
Oh,
so yeah, fucked
God.
up. And then of course we have the Pulse shooting in Florida. Where over 50 people are dead. I want to talk about like comments that you made too, because I think you brought up good points. And I saw, you see, when something like this happens, there's like two kind of comments that appear on Facebook. There's the like, oh man, this is a terrible tragedy. Thoughts and prayers going out. It's such a terrible thing. And people get, 25 likes and they're happy. And then there's the other people who are just like, you're not doing anything by saying, sending out your thoughts and prayers over fucking Facebook.
Topic.
Right?
Excellent topic.
So there's two things I want to talk about here. So there's one is this idea of guns, because I feel like we might differ on opinions here. And so especially because in our realm, so if any of us make it, right? Like Christina Grimmie or something like that, in which she was a famous YouTuber, she's doing a meet and greet after fans like a lot of comics do, especially when they're at a higher level. Do you do meet and greets when you can have people like this coming up to you? So, and then there's that issue with the guns, and then there's the also idea of like sending your condolences over Facebook doesn't do jack shit.
Okay, two things. First off, this young lady, this YouTube star, a fan? Was this a fan?
Yeah.
Just he was just a psycho fan who was in love with her?
Yeah, you're not gonna know because he killed himself.
Yo, honestly,
this was Friday night. Yeah.
What makes me emotional, if I ever get emotional about any of these mass shootings, because you cannot bring these people back, it's the perpetrators who killed themselves afterwards. That shit is the only thing that makes me teary-eyed, because now what you are doing is you are removing our ability as the people who are alive, who need to mourn. The people who are dead are dead.
Yeah.
The people who need to mourn we just want questions answered. And you kill yourself and you take that away from us, you selfish motherfuckers. What a coward.
Yep.
That's so sad.
Well, that happened a few years back with Dimebag Darrell from Pantera.
Yeah, on fucking stage.
They shot him on fucking stage. I mean, that's.
So here's the thing, because the guy was able to sneak in 2 guns into a fucking concert. So, I mean, and there's that. So here's the thing, though. So, JC, let's say you make it fucking huge, right? So, do you do meet and greets afterwards?
Absolutely. Meet and greets is a part of the business. You got to do meet and greets. That's not even a question. Some of these guys do incredible merch numbers. Tony or fucking Tommy and Chris, y'all already doing merch and nobody fucking knows you, and you already fucking selling merchandise. The merchandise.
You could get shot in the fucking studio too.
Come on, this is ridiculous.
Just like Tupac. Right?
Meet and greets are where it is in terms of money. Some of these guys make $1,000s with T-shirts and all this shit.
You gotta have an armed guard. Man.
Yeah, but so.
That's all.
I would probably have somebody who's security knowing the shit that I say, 100%.
You should hire me. I'll step in front of a bullet for you.
Yeah, dude, and you'd eat all them bullets. I know you would.
Well, here's the thing, though, because after the shit going on in Orlando and the stuff going on in Christina on Friday, the gun talk has come up again, right? And so the conversation where, you know, you have the two sides of the table of one, all right, we should either ban guns or at least have a shit ton of, you know, kind of limitations on them. And then there's other ones like, please, no, don't take our guns. You can't take our guns.
All right, yeah, I'm so glad. Dude, phenomenal topics. I want to talk about this. Let's have a fucking frank discussion about it.
So here's the first point I'll make, because I'll express my opinion on this issue. I think that gun regulations in this country have needed to be stepped up for quite some time.
Okay.
And the only time we talk about it is after a tragedy, something like this happens, whether it's one person, whether it's 50 people, what have you.
Okay.
And because of that, the conversation always shifts. In that people come out and say, oh, well, it's not the gun, the person had mental problems. Or it's not the gun, that they could have done this with a knife. Or someone, they'll always find a way to do it.
Okay.
Which I'm going to quote bullshit on. And the reason I'm going to quote bullshit on that is because there's a Japanese pop star in Japan, right? And this happened about 2 months ago, okay? Crazy motherfucking fan comes up to her, stabs her 20 times. She survives. Okay, so if you limit the amount of guns, so look, two complete examples, except one's a knife and one's a gun, and that pop star is still alive. So
okay, you're comparing this Japanese pop star to this YouTube star.
Yeah, in that you have a crazy fan coming up after a show. One had a gun, that one's dead, and the other one had a knife, the other one's not dead.
What kind of gun did this fan have? I think that's important, because a lot of times with these gun discussions, what we're talking about are automatic.
Yes.
We're talking about...
It just says he managed to bring 2 firearms in. I'll look up and see.
We're talking about automatics. We're talking about, what was the gun that was used to kill the 50 gay people in Orlando?
Oh, the AR-15s.
The AR-15s. These are the guns that you're talking about. If this guy had a regular handgun, you know, yeah, this is... I'm sure we disagree on this. I'm gonna say you got to charge it to the game. Because no, I do not believe that you should remove people's ability to protect themselves, and that includes handguns. I do not think that people need assault rifles to protect themselves.
Yeah.
To defend themselves. You know, I don't think you need a fucking semi-automatic whatever that can shoot off 200 rounds. I don't think that's necessary.
It depends what neighborhood you live in.
I don't think that's ever necessary.
No, I completely agree with that.
For regular lay people, right. Citizens,
there's no need to have an assault rifle or a semi-assault. Yeah, there's no need for that. But here's the thing, though. But I honestly think we're at the point where nothing is going to change anytime soon, because the conversation always gets misdirected somewhere else, and it always is like Second Amendment. You know, you can't take our guns.
I do not understand. I got to be honest. I have had trouble with this conversation for years. I don't understand what the disagreement is. Can we agree that you need a license to drive, right?
Yes.
And you do a background check to get a license. Why can't we make a simple ruling that you need to be licensed, you need to have a thorough background check, to purchase, you need to be a certain age, all of these factors to purchase guns legally. What is wrong with that?
Well, some of those things are already in place, but like you'd be surprised how easy it is to go to a gun show and just buy a gun day of. Like you would be amazed.
Steve Hofstetter did a little video, right?
Yeah, exactly. And he went and like tried to buy what, it was like 3 different things or something, and he was able to get a gun very, very easily.
Like, did he use ID or whatever? Maybe we can pull that up after commercial. But okay, so that's interesting to me, because now you are saying that at a gun show, you have to have ID.
Yeah, I think you have to have ID.
They don't do background checks.
At a gun show? I don't know.
I don't think they do.
But for the most part, I think they do background checks. However, are they as thorough as they should be? I mean, like, that's...
I think you need to have a thorough background check. And also, I understand that this guy in Orlando, he purchased his weapon over the internet.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
The internet?
Yep.
You can buy guns on the internet? No, I don't agree.
Well, yeah. Here's another thing. Now, you remember Ferguson on the railroad, Long Island? That's probably before your time.
Ferguson in
Not
the railroad?
Ferguson, the place where they rioted. Ferguson was the name of the guy.
No, what?
There was a guy on the Long Island Railroad, I think it was.
Okay.
All right, and he opened fire on people. And
Okay.
he killed a lot of people.
All right.
But he shot, emptied his gun, reloaded it, emptied it again, reloaded it. So my point is, you need people with guns that are responsible. They have the license. They carry, maybe just like the nightclub now. If you have somebody, a bouncer, somebody with a gun, legally has a gun, maybe this guy don't kill 50 people. Maybe he kills 10.
Why do people have a problem with that? Tommy, do you disagree with that? Because I don't mind people responsibly.
Yes. You're sitting ducks, like the people on the railroad were sitting ducks. The guys unloaded, reloaded.
That goes to the Sandy Hook conversation. Do you have guns in schools? Because you can make the same argument that some guy can walk into a school and shoot a bunch of kids. So
you should have guards.
Here's the thing. Here's how I feel about that. Because there are people, for example, my uncle out in Colorado, I went to visit him years ago, right? And we somehow got on the conversation of guns. And he says, if the government ever came if the government ever came to take my guns, I'd send my wife away and I would fight to the death to protect my guns. I'm like, why? I think that's so fucking stupid. I don't get over that mentality of oh my God, please don't take my guns away. I understand the idea of being of sitting ducks and things like that. Right. And I completely agree with people's right to defend themselves. Absolutely. If you want to buy a handgun for yourself and protect yourself, keep it in a safe, do what you have to do, fine. That's totally fine. I'm not saying take away all guns. I'm not saying be Australia and take away everything. However, how many times is this going to happen in which guns are going to be used to commit mass murders in this country, and then we talk about it for 5 minutes, and then it goes away, and then it just pops up again? We have the same conversation every single freaking time.
You have to remember the foundation of this country is immigrants fled from what they believed was tyranny, okay, and believed that they were not free. And the last thing, the foundation of this entire country was based on a government not having so much power that they could take over again.
Right.
So people are, especially in Middle America, are very leery of the government taking away their individual rights.
Well, here's the thing, though, because I think it's funny you bring up history, because I recently literally taught this to my kids.
Okay.
And so not what I'm about to say, but I think that the problem right now in this country is the idea of American exceptionalism, that we are the fucking best, we're the greatest country in the entire world because we have freedom just like every other country.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of countries in the world have freedom, right? And I think this idea that we're the best, nothing needs to change because we're so fucking awesome, that's the wrong mentality to have, is that we need to actually adapt to this new world and not be living in the past, that something was made up in the 1800s or earlier, and saying yeah, okay, that's what should apply to today.
I agree.
I think a lot of people
are
going crazy over the gun stuff because they think of Germany. They think of Hitler taking the guns and progressed to. A lot of people bring that shit up.
So so if you bring that up, then what you're saying then is, if you're so concerned about that, you're willing to let this kind of shit happen every week, 2 weeks, month, whatever, and stuff like that.
I don't know about that.
Listen,
so it's got to be either or. I don't know about that.
I think it has to be either or.
No, it doesn't. First off, this guy bought his gun off the internet. No, that's unacceptable. Okay, so
all legally though. He purchased the shit completely legally.
So this is what I'm saying. So maybe I don't understand the argument. I do think people should be able to have guns to protect themselves legally.
Sure.
I don't think that it should be easier to get a license to get a gun than a car, than a drive.
His colleagues at work reported him for saying crazy shit, anti-American shit and all that, and they just fucking did nothing about it. So
he was interviewed by the FBI twice and had once been on a terrorist watch list.
That's right.
How can you purchase a gun if you're on a terrorist watch list?
That's the shit that needs to be done.
Okay, so are we in agreement? It's not that we're okay. I
don't want to take away all guns. I'm literally against taking away all guns. However, I think that the process in which you can get a gun has to be ridiculously more strict. Do every fucking background check you could possibly imagine,
including mental.
Oh, absolutely. To at least try to limit some of the casualties that could potentially happen.
Vaccarelli, I look at you as a conservative. I don't know if you agree with that or not. Do you disagree with what Tommy just said?
No, you did it like this. This guy shouldn't have had his fucking hands on a gun.
Why are people in the United States arguing then? Why, if you're conservative and Tommy is potentially spewing a liberal point of view, because I guess he sounds liberal because he says that we should have gun regulation. If we can agree in this room, what is the real argument? I really don't understand.
Another thing is, I don't fucking believe anything they write anyway. How do you know that's how he got it? Who the fuck knows?
No, he did.
He's a fucking terrorist.
Well, here's the thing, though.
He got it via the internet.
I think the issue is
why? Because they wrote that.
You have corporate, like you have the NRA, which is in a lot of fucking pockets, and I don't think any legislation is gonna get passed because the NRA and the people.
What is the NRA? The NRA wants everyone to have guns because they're in the business to.
They make a shit ton of money. And
so they are against regulation. Is that what it is?
Every time that there is a mass shooting, gun sales go up. Every single time. There are a million studies that you can look at. Every single time that a shooting in this country happens, gun sales go up.
Again, I don't have a problem with gun sales. I don't have a problem with gun sales going up. Why semi-automatics? Why are automatic weapons being sold to regular consumers? Listen, guys, the government, you cannot beat the government, Middle America. If the government comes to your house, that's a pipe dream to think that you're going to fucking point your guns at the government. This is not 1772.
They don't even need people anymore, though. They literally send a fucking drone at your house.
Get the fuck out of here. You're not going to beat the government. You know? So what is this idea that, come on, this is ridiculous. You need a gun to protect your family, your person, fine. You're not protecting yourself from the government. You've let them get too powerful, if that's your concern. I don't get it.
So, but that's the thing, though. So where do you find that line of which it's like, okay, here are the criteria that you need to put into place to make sure that crazy people or people who are going to harm other people can't get guns.
There's always going to be crazy. Listen, you cannot stop 100% mass shootings because there's always going to be people to buck the system.
Can you?
No, you cannot. You cannot. Listen, we are not. We do not have the same history that Switzerland or Sweden does, you know, some of these peaceful countries. What you can do is you can have decent regulation, okay? You can put rules in place, but at the end of the day, you can't stop people from committing crimes. There's going to be murders. You can't you're going to stop people from beating their wives, from having domestic fights. You know, no. People are always going to do bad things, but you can do your best to contain it.
So, but why? So, I think that's an interesting conversation that you bring up, though.
You think that we can 100% eliminate shootings?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, look at things like Australia. Australia is a great case. They had, was it 1996, I think it was, where they had like their really fucking terrible shooting spree, and they're like, okay, you can't have guns anymore, and they essentially took guns away. And now, like, I'm looking on Wikipedia, and I can get the last. There was a stabbing in 2014. The last shooting was of a neighbor in 2014.
What's their population? We're dealing with 300 million people in the United States, plus a wicked immigration issue.
23.13 million in 2013.
Okay, yeah, it's not even comparable to what we're dealing with here. You're talking about this. You're talking about a state. You know, I mean.
So does that mean though that we just forget the issue? You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things that what makes us so is it quantity? Is it literally just the amount of people that we have in this country that we can't?
I'm against powerful, crazy powerful government because government contains people and people are flawed and a government, just like any private business, can be corrupt. We do have a system of checks and balances, but we know that the American government has done some corrupt things in the past. So I'm against the government having such strict regulation that we are literally walking around, you know, mindless with a number on our back. You know,
look at child abuse and shit. They put kids back with these people and they kill them. I mean, they don't keep up with shit.
Yeah, no. And listen, because I want to take a commercial, but you also had a second point that I thought was very interesting.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after the commercial.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's take a commercial. I want to talk about this idea. So when a tragedy happens, how do you mourn? Okay, I can tell you how I mourn. We'll talk about it after the break. I did it on Facebook this past weekend. This is 3 Drink Minimum. We'll be back right after these commercial messages.
Addicted to Ink, a proud sponsor of the Zaraza Entertainment Network, is Westchester's premier tattoo, piercing, and apparel destination, offering only the finest tattoo and piercing services as well as the best atmosphere you will find. Addicted to Ink is located conveniently at 38 Westchester Avenue in White Plains, New York, right across the street from the Westchester Mall. If you got the itch for more ink, like the Zaraza boys do, get your work done right. Visit www.addictedtoinktattoos.com for more information.
If you're a fan of hookah and shisha, go to hookahshisha.com. We love hookahs and hookah products. We have great customer service, extremely fast shipping and packaging, a great selection with most asked for and most exclusive brands and products. Lowest price is guaranteed and will price match any lower advertised price. Hookahshisha.com is the first online retailer of hookahs and hookah products and strives to remain the best. Hookahshisha.com has the world's largest selection with 100% satisfaction guarantee and a 30-day no-hassle return policy. Order ships within 24 hours or less with a focus on proper packaging to keep your hookah shisha products intact upon delivery. Use discount code ZEN, that's Z-E-N, for 15% off your next purchase. Hookahshisha.com, your only stop for hookah and shisha products online.
Plains Vapors, located at 210 Mamaroneck Avenue in White Plains, New York. Visit our location and choose from a wide selection of exotic flavors.
You're watching the Zaraza Entertainment Network on ZenLive.tv.
Okay, yes, we are back. It's Monday night, 3 Drink Minimum. I am JC. And we are, we're having some really good, interesting conversations about this. So, of course, over the weekend, one of the worst tragedies, I want to say in the last 50 years is what I heard.
I think it was the worst mass shooting.
Worst mass shooting? It's not worst mass shooting ever, is it?
Yeah.
It's
in American history.
Okay, so it's the worst domestic terrorist activity in American history with the Orlando shooting at a gay nightclub.
You're lucky you're not down in Florida. You might have been there.
All right. Okay. All right. Not
Solid.
bad. Not bad. All right. Maybe that's true. Listen, I was at a gay club that night. I wish I would have had a rifle. Because these motherfuckers were getting on my nerves. But, so let's talk about that for a second.
This was going so bad.
How do people... Oh, shit, that's rough. How do people process shit like that? I say fucked up things when mass shootings and other bad things happen because I process pain very differently than other people. I know that I made a comment that I thought people were self-righteous on my timeline, because I had made some jokes and comments, and I was just trying to, whatever. I was doing whatever I do, and I just saw this self-righteous shit, and I was like, oh my God, who are you helping? By praying on Facebook and showing everyone that you're such a righteous person that prays, praying is something you do privately or publicly, but not online, and so you're better than me because I make jokes, whatever. Anyway, Tommy, you had brought up a good point. What were your thoughts about what people say after, a tragedy of this?
Yeah, so, and I don't think it's reserved just to the comedy realm because I feel like you see this shit beforehand, but maybe it's because I've become more friends with comics on social media.
Okay.
That it seems like every time that there is a tragedy, something like that, a lot of comics go on saying, oh, thoughts and prayers, this is so upsetting, sending hugs out, sending love out, and things like that. And I'm on the fence with it because there's some parts where I'm just like, okay, if for whatever reason, you just feel better by getting that off your chest, whether it's sharing it with Facebook, I don't really know if I agree too much with that because, like you said, if you feel that bad, why do you need to share that with people? If you want to share something productive, share here's where you can go donate blood. Here's where you can go donate money. However, I don't think it is wrong for people to be like, my condolences with the family, stuff like that.
I do not have a problem with condolences.
However, when you're just like, oh my goodness, this is so terrible, like, I could copy and paste a million of these statuses and put them together and be the same exact thing.
It's almost like a competition to see who can be more righteous and holy. That's my problem. I don't care about condolences. I don't even care about you expressing grief. That's fine. But when it turns into a grief competition, and oh my God, there's tragedy, and some of these people are making jokes and saying things. Oh no.
Well, then it turns into also, like, for example, like when you have tragedies that are like close together or something like that, it becomes a fucking competition of, well, oh, you can't be sad over this because this is happening. Like, you saw that shit all happen a lot. Like, what was it, like last year and things like that, with all this shit going on, especially like with the police brutality and things like that. Like, you couldn't get upset at one thing and be like, here, oh, well, I'm upset at this, and they're like, oh, well, don't you know that this is going on? You should be more upset at this.
Well, what's funny is last week they bombed Tel Aviv, but nobody's talking about that.
Dude, there's a lot of bombing going on. There's 7 billion people you're not going to stop bombing. You're not going to stop mass shootings. We can do the best we can.
No, but they're stopping talking about it. Now everybody's talking about the shooting.
I literally do not. This is going to sound so fucked up. My tear ducts get dry. There's so many bad things. If I just tuned in to all the bad shit happening in Boko Haram and fucking... wherever else there's a fucking tragedy, Paris and blah blah. It's so many tragedies. I'm sad. What do I do now? Is my whole life just I'm just a walking sad nigga?
No, we gotta make people laugh. That's all.
Well, our job is to bring levity in spite of it. I almost got teary-eyed last night at Dangerfields because I was up there and I just had a moment like, yo, these people came out to have a show in spite of all the fucking bad news cycles in the 24 hours. This is my motherfucking job. Now I'm too much of a crazy person, so I actually did some of my gay material about the tragedy, and that did not go over. Okay, the other shit, Gypsy, I was killing him. I don't even like to say that.
I wish I could.
That
sounds awkward. Like that sounds like he bombed pretty bad, huh?
Gypsy, I was killing the show. Let me tell you how mature I am. I was going to start the show off.
A lot of bombs.
I was going to start the show off with the gay shit, and I was like, no, I didn't. So I did my regular shit.
You held the respect in for 5 minutes.
I did. The show was going well. About 5-6 comics in, I said, hey guys, listen. I used to be a preacher. I got a direct line to Jesus. He told me that 50 spots just opened up in heaven.
I heard. Listen.
And it bombed again. But you're laughing. But listen. I laughed when I wrote it. I thought this shit was hilarious.
I saw JC bomb 4 times within a 24-hour period. And it was
when was this?
It was all in Atlantic City in the fucking hotel room. Motherfucker blew that shit.
I heard about those nasty ass shits.
I haven't gotten over that.
I have a problem. Fucking IBS. We're talking about ISIS fucking IBS over here.
No, are you talking about me shit or are you talking about me losing money?
No, talking about
shitting.
Oh yeah, I blew that bathroom up.
I couldn't even fucking take my clothes out of the bag yet.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
As soon as we walked in,
it was wafting.
I asked Michelle if it was a perfume.
I also said, I said, listen, Christians be like, in a strange twist of events, Muslims were found doing the Lord's work last night.
You said about Fox, dude. That was fucking. That Fox News joke was good shit.
But listen, okay, how do you handle tragedies, guys? I make jokes because what else? You can donate, which is fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Outside of that, I don't know these people. My heart goes out to them. If I found out that there was a friend, believe it or not. So I have one of my roommates is gay. I've lived with 3 people. One of them is a gay person, and he said that his friend had I guess another friend. I don't know.
Yeah.
A gay of a gay died in the shooting.
How many guys
Saturday
you live
night.
with?
I live with 1 guy and 2 girls. You fucking bitch.
Oh, so 2 gay guys and 2 girls. That's why nothing happened.
So, Chris, I'm sure I get more pussy than you, but if you want to go there, I'm trying to be nice. You want me to embarrass you?
You think so?
Yeah. Okay, so right now you're getting some Dominican chucha. The bitch got like 17 kids. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. You got a bitch that got 17 kids and you want to brag? Fuck out of here, dog. Don't get me started. I'll fuck you. Yo.
Listen, just because you fuck guys in the ass, they don't have kids.
I fucked a couple guys in the ass, Chris. I fucked a couple guys in the ass. So what's up? What's up?
Nothing.
Exactly nothing. Right. Thank you. Shut the fuck up. I'll fuck you in the ass. You keep talking shit. How about that?
Well, this was fun.
What were we talking about? How do you handle tragedies and things like that?
I cry like a bitch.
I'm sure you don't.
No, you make fun of it. That's it. We're comedians.
I'm not saying no. Don't say that just because of me. I'm not saying make fun of it.
Well, you made what was it? You did a Robin Williams joke like the day that Robin
The
Williams
night he died. I did a fucking Robin Williams joke.
What are you going to save it for a year later?
Okay, here's the thing though. All right, so this country has a ridiculous amount of ADD in that, oh my God, we're so focused on this tragedy. Next week, this is not going to be talked about.
Right, it'll be something.
Next week, it's going to be something else. Whether it's fucking Kanye, whether it's fucking who gives a shit.
I literally said that.
Did you?
I said that on my Facebook post. I was going in on the thread and I said, you want me to wait until Kanye West is at the top of the news cycle again next week in order to tell these jokes?
This guy couldn't shoot up his little concert down there in the city?
Hilarious.
This fucking, but that's the thing though. Everybody has ADD, and we literally have an attention span of as long as the hashtag lasts on Twitter, and then it's gone. So it's one of those things that if your job is essentially as a comedian is to make people laugh, and you could use humor to make people feel better, then who the fuck are you to police anything that anybody says?
What you were saying something about Tim Dillon, which is a very funny comic in the city. You said that he made comments. Now Tim Dillon is a gay comic, right?
Yeah. He kind of just went off. Tim's fantastic, and he kind of just went off, basically bashing the people who are out there saying like, "I want to hug the world," this is such a sad thing and stuff like that. And he shared like the donation link because that's actually useful and actually helpful. But here's the thing, though. So do you agree with me, though? Like, right, you shouldn't be policing what people are going to make jokes about, right?
Of course
Correct.
not.
Obviously. So then can we police what other people are saying about being, like, sad and saying on Facebook,
No,
Tom, I do not. If you're sad and you offer condolence, fine, okay. My only thing, and I'll read some of the shit I said. I said everyone who prays today on Facebook is better than everyone else. You guys are so holy. You're doing so much for the friends and families of those lost by not engaging in jokes and telling everyone how sad you are. I repeat, if you tell people how sad you are on Facebook, you will go to heaven. Please make sure that you also put the gay flag on your profile picture. This is also a guaranteed way to get into heaven. Okay, so be sad, but it's like when people show their sadness online, to me, if it's done in such a way, sometimes I feel like it's a little bit.
And those are the same people that curse you out in the fucking store and all that bullshit.
My heart is aching. Meanwhile, you don't even like gay people. My heart is aching for the gay. Like, come on, dude. You fucking.
Someone did a tweet, and they were saying the same people that are saying thoughts and prayers for the people are the same people that are using their God to hate against.
Thank you.
Yep.
Like, it was like people contradict themselves
There you go.
so easily.
Yeah.
You hate gay people. You're a supposed Christian that teaches gays are going to hell. That's what you think.
It's because it's the flavor of the fucking week, and people, I think, they want to feel better about themselves.
Thank you.
Right? Because if they get those 15 likes from people that they've never met before or whatever, they're going to be like, man, I did something good today, and then they can go complete being a piece of shit later.
Fuck them.
Yep.
So it's a slippery slope, honestly. But I think that if you're doing it because like you want to share your condolences and be like, here's where you can donate blood, here's where you can donate money, fine, do what you got to do. But as you said, like I've had so much crap happen to me. I don't go on Facebook and like promote that shit because like, oh my God, look, feel bad for me. Even though I'm not even involved with the tragedy, feel bad for me. Look at what I'm writing because I'm not that narcissistic. Pretty narcissistic, but not that bad.
Yeah. Chris, did you write any jokes? Or
Yeah,
no,
I got the thing.
Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and this is a new segment that has actually done. It's been hit or miss, I would say. Did good twice.
Well, it was missed last week because we didn't get to it.
Well, we didn't get to it because we had a full show, and we're going to have another packed show next week. So
what do you have next week?
Next week we got a sex positive podcast. We got. Jefferson Bites coming in, and we got a sex slave coming in, someone who's going to be on a leash, and we got a dominatrix coming.
Chris Robinson's coming back.
The return.
Wouldn't that be nice? Where is? Okay. So let's go ahead and do this. What are we calling this segment anyway?
Yay and nay.
Yay or nay with Chris Vaccarelli. Chris, go ahead and take it.
All right, the first one is from my man Muhammad Ali. All right, you ready?
Go
Yes.
ahead, do it.
All right. He's looking at his phone.
I'm with
That's
it.
why I waited.
I'm sorry.
The gloves that he wore to defeat Sonny Liston were bought 50 years after the actual fight, and they actually sold for more than Ali made for the fight itself.
The fight with Sonny Liston.
The gloves that he wore sold 50 years after the fight for more money than Ali made in the fight.
Oh, God. I fucking
Yay
hate this
or nay?
game.
I would say yay. I believe it.
I'm going to fucking go with nay. Fuck it. I don't know. No.
An anonymous buyer paid $836,000 for the gloves, and Ali made $630,000 for the fight.
Unbelievable.
So that's bing, one for Tommy.
He probably saw the answers because you
got the
fucking
picture? You put the
stick
picture
together.
up? Yeah.
You guys stick together.
All right, number
Shut the
two.
fuck up.
Second, actor Morgan Freeman
Okay.
experienced graying hair as young as 8 years old.
That's hilarious. Yay. Morgan Freeman came out the pussy looking like 60. This nigga has been old, yo. He's old looking.
I'll say nay.
I'm going to say yay. Watch me be wrong, too. Of course.
I love it. I love it.
Old ass face, nigga.
Oh, that shit's funny. Look at the earring, too.
That's hilarious.
All right, number three. In George Lucas's original script for Star Wars, Princess Leia was actually a childhood friend of Luke Skywalker, not his sister. Lucas wanted her to be a woman of color. He felt that would add an exotic angle to the character. In pre-production, it came down to two actresses, Diana Carroll and Pam Grier. Word was Lucas was leaning towards Grier for her cult following. After rewrites, however, the story developed and the storyline as we know it today was created.
What is this, Harry Potter? Like, what the fuck? What kind? What is the question?
The question is that. Is that true? Fucking asshole.
Here's the thing. All right, so I know that Leia, they weren't originally supposed to be related. You know what? But here's the thing. Lucas didn't think it was going to be a big movie. I like Star Wars.
I know that.
Yeah, so he didn't. Lucas thought it was going to be like a shit movie.
Yeah.
So would he try to get a cult?
What is the question?
I guess if it's
Motherfucker, if that
it's
really
going-
happened.
Not the whole thing, but that whole diatribe that you just read?
Yeah, that he was going to cast Diana Carroll or Pam Grier.
I feel like you got way too specific. I'm going to say yay. I feel like you got way too specific.
Okay, so the question is, was George Lucas going to cast Pam Grier? Was he going to okay, I'm going to say, I can see him casting a black girl. Luke, he's married to a black chick. I'm going to say yay.
All right, let's see.
He's married to a black chick. Yo, you are so racist, yo.
God.
Seriously, dog. Yo, you're
gay,
so
right?
fucking racist, bro.
Damn,
It
you
doesn't
got
even
really
matter.
fucking specific with that.
That looks like my ex-wife, too. That shit's crazy.
Oh, shit. All right, the final question. In a recent interview in Spit magazine, porn legend Ron Jeremy revealed that almost a year old, his penis was already 4 inches long.
At a year old?
Yep, even bigger than JC's now.
You know damn well that's not true, bro. You know his shit is bigger than yours now, fucking. What do you call yourself, thimble dick? I don't even understand. You know your girl is cheating on you. Ain't no Dominican chick staying with a small dick motherfucker. I really hope you know that. And she got 17 kids as it is. So if you ain't laying the pipe, she's getting it somewhere else. I'm going to say true. That nigga got a big dick.
Sure, I'll say yay.
1 year old, 4 inches? That's big. No, don't put. No. Yo, this is gross. You're getting grosser.
That's actually my baby picture. I had.
You're getting grosser, bro.
I had to use my baby picture.
Can we even say you can't? I don't think I can post it like that.
Yes, you
a
can.
baby with
Stop.
a dick on it. I don't like stuff like that.
It's fake.
That's where he draws the line. Hey, stop policing what other people call comedy, you douchebag.
Yeah. That's fucking hysterical.
Jesus.
That's really good. Good stuff, Chris. All right. Another edition of Yay or Nay. We're going to have to get you like a little jingle thing like Tommy does, like his little...
it's either Price is Right, it's
Price
Bach.
is Right shit.
I want heavy metal.
We got to do that because I like this segment. I think it's good. Next week we've got Jefferson Bites. He does a lot of sex shows. He's the reigning champion of the Moth storytelling series. Have you heard of Moth?
No.
You guys haven't heard of Moth? It's the biggest storytelling whatever.
That's why I haven't heard of it.
Dude, let me tell you, don't sleep on storytelling shows. It's actually helping me with a lot of my bits.
That's good.
You go to a storytelling show. And
I'm not shitting on storytelling shows, but like I'm not.
You're just not familiar with storytelling.
I know it's story. I just not like following the storytelling scene.
The beautiful thing about storytelling.
I watch movies.
I read my own book.
The beautiful thing about storytelling is you can go to one of these shows like an open mic and you can tell a story without the fear of having to get the punches out. And then you tape your shit, and then where you take the punches, and then you take them to like a regular, regular show, and it really helps.
So you don't have to be funny.
I mean, yeah, they want you to be funny, but you don't have the same pressure. Like the funny ones, the good ones, like Jefferson Bites, they're funny, boom, 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 but they're not as when you.
So
go
you could just go up there and just talk.
Yeah, like kind of like your regular set. Like it doesn't need to be a lot of laughs.
Yeah, like you just say what you did, like a story.
And hopefully you'll get some laughs and you go from there. What the fuck are you guys laughing at?
It's so true.
I have a question.
Oh, shit.
I have a
Hold on,
question.
by the way, you didn't put up that picture, you fucking bitch.
What picture?
That I made last week. That meme when Kevin Goatee was.
I didn't even post the video yet, but
I know.
I didn't think that he was very sensitive because we said he bombed.
I don't care. I really don't
What the
care.
fuck? He does that to
Dude,
people, to other
I'm
comics.
sorry. Kevin's lucky I didn't rip into him because he was talking about.
I wanted you to.
We had too many fucking people.
The comics watching comics thing is a great idea, but it's not for the actual comics. It's not. Go on their Twitter page. It's literally a picture of Kevin on stage. How does that help other comics?
Okay.
Go to the About Us. How is that about other comics?
Kevin really doesn't have. He doesn't lie about the fact that he's using it for his own.
And that's fine. Just as you say, own it then. If you're going to do that, then own it.
Oh, this is terrible. All right. Really quick before we get to plugs, how's Hot Comedy Club doing?
Supposedly opening this week.
Okay, so you said that 2 weeks ago that they were opening.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure it's this week now.
Okay, have they done any shows?
No.
Unbelievable. Yeah, because
I think it's supposed to be this week,
I
though.
just heard through the grapevine that a couple of like a Nico White was supposed to do it.
Yeah.
He got canceled. Gino Bisconte got canceled.
I'm pretty sure it's this
they're
week.
Still canceling people. Unbelievable. All right. Tommy, I would like you to please have some news about Hot Comedy Club next Monday.
If it's
That's your
open,
homework.
I would like an update. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll let you know if it's
listen,
open.
this is your boy. Don't deny it either. This is your
We
boy.
want you to
Frank.
go in there with a hidden camera.
Frank Pellegrino is your boy. I would like to, listen, I'm not fake with. I'm
not fake with anybody. I just get along with more people because I can be diplomatic.
Wait a minute. Holy shit. I don't get along with people?
Well, I mean, there's a reason why there's no one left on the show of the original cast.
Okay.
I mean, look at those Facebook messages.
Listen, for the record again.
You said last week that you were accused of bullying people.
Oh, were you guys on the thread? Chris, you weren't. Tommy, were you on the thread? Was I bullying? Honestly, be honest. If I was, let me know.
No, I didn't say I thought you were bullying. I didn't think you were bullying, but you told everwn last week.
He said that
you
I
were
was
accused of
too
being
aggressive
bullied.
via text.
Correct.
That's not.
So does that not make my statement?
No, it doesn't.
False?
That's a bullshit fucking cop out. He didn't like the fact that, I infringed upon his right to to book his girlfriend for everything. This is neither here nor there. Plugs. I'm really curious about this Hot Comedy Club because it is, it's comedy news. It's local. I've got a couple of plugs. I'll just run through these for myself here, and then we'll go ahead and go to you guys. This coming Wednesday, I got Race and Sex at the Standing Room. If you guys have not gotten a chance to come down to the Standing Room, it is the sister club to the Stand in the City. It's a phenomenal venue. And look at that fucking lineup. Ted Alexandro, Cypher Sound, Seton Smith. These are all Cellar Comics and TV guys.
That poster is gorgeous, too.
I don't even know what's happening. It looks racist and awesome and wonderful. Kyle Groom's unbelievable lineup.
It's like a black guy gonna eat a white chick.
This Sunday, I got Dangerfields, a Father's Day episode of Dangerfield. Unbelievable show, man. It's for Father's Comics, and it's going to be a fucking doozy, dude. That's at 8 o'clock this Sunday. I don't know if you have that graphic, Gypsy. And then the final show is the Heckler Show. We're bringing the Heckler Show back on Wednesday,
Broadway, right?
Wednesday the 22nd. At Broadway Comedy Club in the main room. They are hopefully it'll be good because Al wants to turn it into a house show.
There you go.
Which would be a regular thing.
Would that make you a house nigga?
Ooh.
Jesus.
Chris, you got a couple of dingers. Honestly, I don't have too much to go back because Chris is very sensitive. Too much. You know what? Good job, Chris. I got nothing.
Oh, shit.
Tommy Grassi, where can the people find you? What you got upcoming?
TomGrassiComedy.com. You can check all the stuff there. I'll be at the Slaughter stand-up comedy thing doing a spot on the 21st.
Sweet.
And then I'm doing my hour next Friday night.
Okay, I want to see that. Where is that going to be?
Wallkill High School. So I don't think you're gonna.
They won't let you in over there.
Yeah. I'm excited though. It should be fun.
Good job, dude. Your hour. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Chris Vaccarelli. Where can people find you besides this show?
This Friday, I'll be at the Slaughter thing.
Oh, nice. For the competition?
Yeah,
nice.
But I want to try to see if I can get done early because I'm supposed to go down to Broadway and do the Yamanika show.
Yamanika show?
She's playing with the Marissa show.
Marissa, Fashionably Funny in Broadway. Right. Okay, so that's this Friday night at...
So I'll hit Sloatsburg and then shoot down to the city.
Good stuff. All right, well...
to see my boo.
This is great, man. This has been another installment of 3 Drink Minimum. Yeah, why not? Good to hang with you guys without a bunch of people in. My name's JC. Find me at JC Knows Best, Instagram and Twitter, and JC Best on Facebook. We are out this bitch. Peace. Have a good night.